try out this new formula. So yeah, let's start from the beginning and then stop. But first, a word from our sponsor. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and sit down and listen to my story. This is my first experience at Oogie Boogie Bash. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my room. So let's get into this story time and why it is that I'm telling it this way. So as some of you might know, I went to Oogie Boogie Bash for the first time. But due to some audio problems and because, you know, my feedback wasn't as well received on my camera, I decided to kind of tell this first time experience at Oogie Boogie in a story time kind of manner, because we don't quit around here. We keep it chugging, and even though my audio sucked, I am gonna use that footage because I spent 5 hours recording my first time experience, and I am not just gonna put that footage to rest and not show you guys what it is that I did while I was at Oogie Boogie Bash. So the way I'm gonna try and do it is incorporating this, my storytelling, with footage that I got from that night. So I'm kind of gonna crisscross those things, and hopefully you guys find it entertaining because I sure as hell did not expect it to go this way. And I'm talking about the footage, not like not that something bad happened. I'm just talking about the footage and how the audio got messed up. So let me start by saying that getting tickets to this event was a nightmare. If you were in the queue, you know the chaos, because I was in that queue for these tickets for 5 hours. From 10 in the morning when they went on sale till like 3, almost 4 p.m. was when I finally got my ticket. That was the longest I've ever fought for some tickets and moved the other queuers out of the way because I was gonna get these tickets. I was determined, and my wish was granted. Even through the times when the queue kept telling me like, hey, like the tickets are sold out, there's no more, this date's gone, like get out of here, loser. I persisted and I fought on, and I was able to get 2 tickets. 2 tickets for the event. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, just 2 tickets. So from the get-go, I knew that I was going to this event for specific things. One of them was because I needed to meet Lotso. That was the first thing on the agenda. Granted, the agenda got mixed around a little bit, but it was on the agenda. The second thing I was there for, I needed to see the Oogie Boogie Man himself, right? I needed to see my guy, and I needed to hear his voice and to see that he was like real and moving around and spooky, just like his event. And third, we're there to see what everyone wants to go to at the end of the night, which is the Villains Group, right? The little Villains Trail that is just all lights and smog, which is basically the highlight of the night, right? So the person that I decided to take to this event, besides all of you guys, was the person that I had in mind the whole time. The person that deserved to go to this event with me, because we both have been wanting to attend this event for years. It took my partner in crime, my hetero life mate, my BFF, Leah. You guys might or might not get a little glimmer of her in this video because I know she's a shy one. So, you know, you'll get to see little glimmers of my little baby girl, like in my video. Because we had never been to like this type of event before, we wanted to take advantage of whatever time frame we were offered. We decided to get to the park like early old grannies. We were gonna get there like 3 hours ahead of time because we didn't know what the chaos was gonna be. You know, better safe than sorry. We decided to show up early. We made it to downtown Disney by like 2 p.m. and we decided to start it off. And by starting it off, I mean we were gonna get drinks. So we went to Tortilla Joe's and had ourselves some drinks. I got the spookiest drink that Tortilla Joe's had to offer. That was a Creepy Joe's. Let me show you guys what I got. What was inside that Creepy Joe's, you're asking? It was New Amsterdam gin with margarita mix, cranberry juice, simple syrup, served with some fun gummy worms. It tasted like the strawberry pink Starburst. I mean, granted, I kept losing my little gummies in the chalice, and so kind of like the fun of it was to like, you know, fish them out every now and then when I wanted to eat them. But you know, for the most part, that drink was bomb. For $20, I got a chalice of a drink. At this time, it was about 5 o'clock. We were like, hey, let's head over there and start going in. So once you check in and you grab your wristband, in that same area is where they give you your little trick-or-treat bag and a map also to go and check out basically all the trick-or-treat points that are around the park to get your candy. So since we had never done this event before and it was still like an hour before it actually started, I decided to just kind of like scope the land out and see where all of the trick-or-treat points were gonna be. That way we didn't waste time not only like figuring it out on the map, but like seeing exactly where all of these points were gonna be. That was really helpful to get there like about an hour early to kind of scope out the layout of the land. We ended up by Smoke Jumper's Grill. And at this point we could already see the Judge Doom line starting to form, and it was becoming a pretty big line. So we decided to like hop on in there because, I mean, we kind of segued a little because we were like, hey, we have enough time for like another drink, right? And then we just saw the Judge Doom line starting to form, and we were like, let's put that idea on hold for a bit and get in this line, because obviously this is probably going to be one of the bigger lines that we're going to be waiting in throughout the night, right? So we actually did that at the beginning, at the start of our bash, basically.
Let's test this theory, shall we? Hey, right ahead, bunch. You're all tunes, aren't you? Well, line up for the dip then. It's a nice night for a dip after all. Perhaps next time.
Sadly, we didn't get to see the dunking of the little sneaker because that's kind of like hit or miss. You're either gonna see it or you're not. And maybe at that point it was kind of like still too early and too bright in the day to get like that cool effect of it. Still kind of cool to just walk past it and be able to kind of like still like interact with like Judge Doom. And damn right, after we were done meeting Judge Doom, we went right on over to Smoke Jumpers because I had just told my bestie about the delicious frozen Jack and Coke. I had to have her try it, right? Because she's a whiskey gal too every now and then. Let me show you guys what drink I got there. The drink that I got from there was the Ghoulish Fizz. And that was a drink made out of gin, blood orange syrup with lime and orange juices. What were these orange juices? I don't know, but it looked really cool. And as you can see from my reaction, it was an enjoyable drink. Kind of similar to the drink that I had at Tortilla Joe's, but this one was more sour. Yeah, like my taste buds went a little bit nuts. So after that, we headed over towards Hollywood because, again, it was still early enough that we were getting through things at a pretty decent pace. And when you're walking towards Hollywood, see Monsters Inc. on the left, right? So that thing was like a 10-minute wait. So we were like, hey, we're here. Let's get on Monsters Inc. So me and my bestie got on Monsters Inc. and I got to see my boy Sully. But my favorite, obviously, it's in the end, right? When you're interacting with the librarian. As always, you know, she looked right at me and asked if this was my real hair color. And I was like, yes, this isn't a dye job. It's completely real. These aren't extensions. My hair is really this long. Right next to Monsters Inc. they have like another concession stand, beverage area if you must. So, you know, my bestie got like another beverage because it was her day off too and we were enjoying the night, you know. Sadly, at this point, I didn't get another drink because I was feeling so sick from the sugar, from the amount of sugar that like those two last drinks had. And so that really paid a toll on the rest of the consumption that I had for the rest of the night. So that's the only sucky part, is that I didn't get to try any like fun foods, but oh well. And in that Hollywood area is where you're gonna find Mr. Ernesto de la Cruz. What's funny about that situation is right when we had finished getting, like, I think one of the last batches of our candy that you're getting in this walkway or during this trail, Ernesto de la Cruz decides to take a little break, you know, because he's been on stage for a while. So as soon as we got our candy, he actually said, I'm getting off stage, and like walked off. We decided to wait like a couple minutes to see like if he did come back. Basically, you couldn't wait there to see if he was gonna come back or not. So I think what we ended up doing is going behind the rope, behind the trail rope, and just waited there a couple of seconds. And you know, luckily he came back on really quick, and then that's how I got to see him.
Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night you're apart. Remember me.
So after we got that, we headed over to the Animation Academy because that's where you're gonna find Mr. Oogie Boogie. We literally had walked by it though earlier in the day because we just didn't know like that's where he was, and we just went past it. In all honesty, I gotta thank my bestie's daughter for this, because she told us to follow that map, and that is exactly what we did. We followed that map, and so that led us into Mr. Oogie Boogie himself. And when you walk in, it is the most overly stimulating, but in a cool way, room. I have to like grab my camera a little bit because I need you guys to come in close for this, because yeah, I need you guys to understand how cool it was to actually see Mr. Oogie Boogie himself. Because when you're in that lair, oh my gosh, like you feel like you're down there stuck with like Sally and Mr. Sandy Claus, because like it is just an overwhelming sensation of like lights and neon green. You hear him laughing in the background and interacting with people, and again the line is going kind of quickly, so you kind of have to just like either like point and shoot or like grab like a picture really quick. But like if anything, it was kind of more just mesmerizing watching him be like Oogie Boogie.
So, you are all trick-or-treating. Well, we do have a few treats for you. But more importantly, hilarious tricks!
It's creepy, but like in a cool way. Be prepared for being mentally stimulated. It was probably the most fun and the most like worth it trail to be in. It was it really is like one of the highlights of the night, just to go in there and in that trick-or-treat trail. Very, very well done. You basically feel like you're part of the movie. So let's get into my favorite part of the night, the part that I've been waiting for, the part that I waited so long. We headed into Pixar Pier, and towards Pixar Pier is where you're gonna find my boy Lotso. And let me tell you how excited and nervous I was to meet him. I was so nervous waiting in this line because, you know, with my bestie, that I pushed her to go first because I couldn't do it. I was too nervous. I've been waiting so long to find my Lotso, and there he is right in front of me, and then I pushed her in front of me because I was like, no, you go first. I'm too nervous. I suck at character interactions. I really do, especially when it's like my favorite characters and I'm trying to interact with them. I suck at it. I go blank. I don't know what to say. Okay, I had to switch locations because my camera's dying. I need to tell you guys about me and Lotso's interaction, okay? And he and I locked eyes. We locked eyes. It's like I ran into like an old boyfriend or something. Like, you know, it was like an instant connection, like an instant bond. Like, there's my boy. He was excited to see me and I was excited to see him, and like we hugged it out like bros, like buddies, like besties. Like, I've known him forever. Like, but he really, like, what I liked about it is, like, I don't know if it's because I was filming, but like, you know, he really took his time with me. Like, that moment of interaction was like really cool. Like, even like the crew that was there taking our pictures, like the pictures came out like a bomb. Props to my bestie who captured the best video of me meeting my boy Lotso. After that very big high, you know, I needed to come down a little bit. At that point, when we decided to sit and watch the parade, we were kind of on a time crunch because we had only an hour and the parade started at 10:30. You know, the first thing that comes out is the Headless Horseman. You know, at some point during the parade, we were like, should we stand up and like leave and go? Like, is this our cue to exit? Because, you know, Villain's Walk was literally right behind us and we didn't want to miss that, right? Luckily, because we were at the start of the parade, we were able to finish the entire thing. As soon as it ended, we just got up and we bounced, we were out. So by the time we got to Villain's Groove, we were kind of nervous that we weren't going to be able to actually get into it and see it because the line was like ridiculously long at this point. My bestie also wanted to see Mother Gothel that was at the end of that walk, so we really had to double step it. And you guys will be able to see some of this walkthrough right now. And I hope you guys can feel like you were there as well, because this is what I saw. Okay, this is the scarier one because it's like pitch dark here. I just died. I feel like I'm going to another dimension. That was so good. Yeah. So we did it. We got through all 11 cauldrons with 10 minutes to spare. 10 minutes to spare. We did all of them. So that was my night, guys. I really hope that you guys felt like you were like there hanging out with me. This is not the way that I originally wanted this video to go, but I wanted to make the best of it because rather than waste that footage just because my audio sucked. So I hope you guys can feel that through this video, the fact that I really did enjoy like being there and seeing this event finally for the first time. If I have any pointers for you guys, it would be to definitely get there early even before the event kind of starts, because I feel like that really helps out a lot, especially if it's your first time. You get to see the whole layout of the land and kind of plan the way you want your night to go and not just get there and be like rushed because you only have like 4 to 5 hours to get through everything. I think what also helped me and my bestie too as well is that we didn't have a lot of photo ops that we wanted to do. My main one that I wanted to do was the Lotso one, and that was like it. Like that was really the one that I really wanted to get to. And she actually didn't really have any. So I think that's what helped us too, is the fact that we didn't have to stand in these long lines and waste time for like these photo op options. What we wanted to do mostly is get through all the trails because that's what we were excited to see. So for us, kind of having that game plan ready really helped us out because we were literally able to get through all of the candy trails. Didn't really miss any. And we were able to like enjoy it and kind of cruise through it. Didn't feel rushed at all. So I think for a first timers experience, I think her and I really had like a good experience because of the way that we just planned it out. So once again, thank you guys for hanging out with me in my room and listening to my story of my first time going to the Oogie Boogie Bash. I had just as much fun watching it as I did like reliving and telling the story again because honestly, I had a blast. And when you can, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel so that it can let you know when we can come and hang out together, whether it's here in my room or at the parks. But like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me in my room, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.